Uh, Hello, this is McD the Beast, and this is McD Sports 4 coming to you today with yet another disappointing game for the Terps. Before I continue, don't forget to hit the thumbs up. Please subscribe to the channel. We really appreciate if you do that. Listen, I'm not going to hold back here. Um, I'm very disgusted with this performance. I can't begin to tell you. I don't think there's enough words in my vocabulary to tell you how disgusted I am with this performance. 59-18 Michigan. Before I rip into the Terps, which I am going to rip into them, uh, congrats to Michigan. They have a big game next week against Ohio State, which is going to be one of the two big games next week in rivalry week. That game and the Oklahoma State game, Bedlam. That's gonna be a big game as well. So congrats to Michigan. The only criticism I have for Michigan is that stupid little trick play they ran on special teams up 31-10. Try rubbing it in a little bit, but I guess if you can't stop it, and I appreciate all the time on this channel, I guess if you can't stop it, who the hell cares? So congrats to Michigan on coming into here in Maryland and just absolutely dominating the Maryland Terps. And get this Big Ten network off my screen. Oh, whoops, wrong channel. Not wrong channel. Wrong TV. Get this Big Ten network off my screen. Absolutely ridiculous. Fine, I'll keep both TVs off for now because I'm getting ready to go anyways. You look at this game, down 24-3 at halftime. Show some fight coming out of the locker room. I can appreciate that. They got 38-18. But overall, defensively, this team, the Maryland Terps defense today just did not show up. Just absolutely got out physical. Once again, this team, and I'm gonna go after Mike Locksley here. This is year 3 of Mike Locksley, second to last game of the season. Why is this team still undisciplined? Why are the Maryland Terps still undisciplined? I just don't get it. I really do not get why this team is still very undisciplined. I just don't get it. You just look at the Terps. They have to be with penalties. They have to be like last they have to be like first in most penalties in the Big Ten. They just gotta be. Um, you look at like for and I'll talk about the other games here in a second, but you just look at Maryland. Did I think we were going to win this game? No, but in my opinion, I thought we would be a lot better than 59-18. Just an absolute embarrassing performance defensively. Offensively, Tola Tagovailoa, God bless him. God bless him. He's not the answer. He's not going to have an NFL career. I would like to see us try to get a better quarterback next season because I just don't think he's the answer. I just don't think he's good enough to compete against where we want to be. And we want to be competing for Big Ten championships here at Maryland. They have the talent to do it. I mean, and I said I was going to talk about other games here in a second. You look at Arkansas. I had that game on the side as well. They lost 42-35 to Alabama. Alabama's the number 2 team in the country. They're number 4 in my poll. They're going to stay number 4 because I'm going to be honest with you. I am picking Ohio State number 2 after what I saw today. I'll get into that more here in a second. But you saw Arkansas. They competed. They competed to the final whistle. 42-35. They had opportunity on onside kick with about 40 seconds left to go ahead and try to tie the ball game up, but they didn't get the onside kick. If Maryland's like that, I'll come on here all happy and everything. But no, we go out there and shit the bed. So it is what it is. We still have an opportunity next week to get to a bowl game. We're 5-6. We still have an opportunity to go ahead and get to 6-6 with a game against Rutgers. Who got shut out against Penn State 28-0. Maryland scored 14 points off Penn State, so I think Maryland's going to win that game. I know it's up there in Rutgers. I hope we win that game, even though I'm not going to guarantee it because I just look at Maryland. I mean, they're so wildly inconsistent, Maryland, that they got to get more consistent. That's to me that they just gotta get more consistent. That's the number 1 thing that needs to happen more than anything this offseason. That and cutting down the penalties. This is the most undisciplined group of a football team I've seen in a while. Maybe besides like a Texas. So we'll see what happens. But very disappointed. Not right here. At least we held them to under 60 points. I don't care that we held them under 60 points. I care that we got embarrassed yet again. That's what I care about. 59-18 is embarrassing. So let's hop. I'll talk about these other games real quick. Looks like Pitt's gonna beat Virginia here. They're up 48-38 with a minute 41 left. NC State, they just finished their game. They're gonna go ahead and beat Syracuse 41-17. Florida and Missouri are tied at 16 all. UTEP up on Rice 38-21. UCF they're up 49-17. Louisiana, they're up 35-14 here on Liberty. I think they just scored a touchdown if I'm not mistaken. Because it says rushing touchdown. So they're up 35-14. Kansas and TCU, they're tied at 28. It looks like TCU is about punching in, though, for the game-winning touchdown here. Tulsa, they're up on Temple 44-10. UCLA, they're up 48-32. USC, they just scored a touchdown to get to 48-32. Baylor, they're up 14-7 against Kansas State. That top 25 matchup there. Other games going on, as I said, Bama they won 42-35. But give Arkansas credit; they competed in this game. That's all I want Maryland to do, just to compete. Wisconsin they beat Nebraska 35-28. Another close game for Nebraska. I think Nebraska's gonna have a good season in 2022. I just have a sneaky feeling about that. UTSA scored the game-winning touchdown 34-31 against UAB. Marshall, they beat Charlotte 49-28. Old Dominion keeps their bowl hopes alive 24-17 over Middle Tennessee. Minnesota 35-14 over Indiana. It's been a disaster season for Indiana. Cincinnati 48-14 against SMU. That's a big win for Cincinnati. So it looks like Cincinnati shows up big against the good opponents on their schedule, but they just push along, drive the struggle bus against their bad opponents on their schedule. BYU, they beat Georgia Southern 34-17. Let's see, Georgia, they beat Charleston Southern 56-7. Ohio State 56-7 against Michigan State. Michigan State got a bit of a reality check today. This game was 49-0 at halftime. To Michigan State's credit, because I watch every snap of this game as well. They did come out of the locker room and then fold like a cheap tent. Look at Ohio State. To me, they are the number 2 team in the country, and that's why they're going to be number 2 in the McD Sports 4 pool. I don't care about the head-to-head, even if unless Oregon blows out Utah. I don't really care about that head-to-head anymore. I think Ohio State would beat Oregon today. Notre Dame, they pitched a shutout against a bad Georgia Tech team, 55-0. Wake Forest goes down. Clemson blowout win, 48-27. If Wake Forest, if they lose next week against Boston College, Clemson will be in the ACC championship game. Oklahoma, they went ahead and beat Iowa State 28-21. If you're Iowa State, Brock Purdy got knocked out of the game. You did everything you could to compete in this one. But Oklahoma just looked like the better team. Oklahoma has a big game against Oklahoma State next week. Texas A&M, 52-7 over Prairie View A&M. Iowa, they went ahead and beat Illinois 33-23. Illinois, they were without Brett Bielema because he was out with COVID. A good win for Iowa. They have a shot. They have a shot at 10 wins against a Nebraska team that's a lot better than that 3-8 record. Mississippi State, they beat Tennessee State 55-10. Kentucky, they beat New Mexico State 56-16. Bit of a slow start for Kentucky there. It was 7-7 early. Western Kentucky, they beat FAU 42-17. Florida State, big win on the road against Boston College, 26-23. I think Florida State beats Florida next week and gets into a bowl game there. North Carolina, they struggled through Wofford 34-14. Purdue, big win on the road there at Wrigley Stadium. This game was in Wrigley Stadium, 32-14. I mentioned it earlier. Penn State, they beat Rutgers 28-0. They kind of sleepwalked through this game as well. Penn State always seems to sleepwalk through these Rutgers games. Army, they beat UMass 33-17. West Virginia keeps their bowl hopes alive. 31-23 West Virginia there against Texas. Texas is not going to a bowl game this year. So it's been a disaster season for Texas. Tulane, they beat South Florida. Kent State, they beat Akron, pitched a shutout there. Coastal Carolina gets a bounce back win, 35-21 against Texas State. Georgia State, congrats on them getting to a bowl. 28-20 Georgia State. Colorado, big win for them at home, 20-17 against Washington. Washington's in hot limbo right now. East Carolina, they went ahead and beat Navy 38-35. And let's see, Appalachian State, they beat Troy 45-7. You still have Oregon, Utah. You still have Virginia Tech, Miami, Oklahoma State, Texas Tech, Wyoming, Utah State, and Arizona State, Oregon State are some of your more bigger games that you still have going on tonight. So just want to hop on here tell you how bad Maryland is. I think we'll beat Rutgers next week, but it's been a bad game for Maryland. Just a horrible game for Maryland. Thanks for watching the video. Hit the thumbs up. Please subscribe to the channel. Greatly appreciate if you do that. McD the Beast signing off.